Welcome, everyone, to our channel, where we explore the timeless wisdom that empowers us to build extraordinary lives. Today, we are diving deep into a profound truth shared by one of the most influential personal development philosophers of our time, the legendary Jim Rohn. His insights have transformed countless lives, including my own, by shifting perspectives from wishful thinking to intentional action. Have you ever looked at someone incredibly successful and thought, wow, they're just so lucky? Or perhaps you felt that success is something bestowed upon a chosen few, a fortunate roll of the dice in life's grand casino? It's a common belief, isn't it? This pervasive idea that good fortune, random opportunities, or being in the right place at the right time are the primary architects of remarkable achievements. We see overnight sensations, unexpected breakthroughs, and often, the narrative focuses solely on the grand outcome, not the arduous, deliberate path that led there. This perspective, while comforting in its simplicity, can be incredibly disempowering, leading us to passively wait for our lucky break rather than actively creating it. But what if I told you that this very notion of success as a mere stroke of luck is a fundamental misunderstanding, a myth that holds many people back from their true potential? Jim Rohn, with his unparalleled clarity and practical wisdom, challenged this idea head-on. He famously stated, and this is a core principle we'll unpack today, success is not an accident. It is the result of building the right habits. Think about the profound implications of that statement. It's a radical shift from external circumstance to internal creation. It tells us that our destiny isn't a matter of chance but a product of our consistent, daily choices. This isn't just a motivational slogan. It's a profound operational truth that, once grasped, gives you back the reins to your life. If success isn't random, but rather a predictable outcome of specific actions repeated over time, then the question isn't am I lucky, but am I intentional? Consider for a moment the insidious nature of believing in luck as the primary driver of success. It subtly encourages passivity. Why strive? Why push? Why develop yourself if the outcome is largely outside your control anyway? This mindset can lead to a state of perpetual waiting, where dreams remain in the realm of fantasy, never translating into tangible reality. We might watch others achieve their goals and attribute it to some innate gift or privileged circumstance, thereby excusing our own lack of progress. But Jim Rohn offered us a far more empowering alternative. He taught us that success is less about what you get and more about what you become. And what you become is inextricably linked to what you do repeatedly. This isn't about grand, sweeping gestures once in a blue moon. It's about the small, consistent, often unglamorous disciplines that accumulate day after day, week after week, year after year, building an unstoppable momentum. So, if success isn't an accident, and it's built by habits, what kind of habits are we talking about? Jim Rohn wasn't interested in fleeting trends or superficial tactics. He delved into foundational principles, the bedrock upon which any lasting success, whether in business, relationships, health, or personal growth, must be constructed. He understood that true transformation doesn't come from a sudden epiphany, but from the relentless, disciplined application of sound principles. These aren't just good ideas, they are the non-negotiable daily rituals that shape who you are, what you achieve, and how you impact the world around you. They are the unseen forces that dictate your trajectory, guiding you either towards stagnation or towards your highest potential. Imagine the profound difference between a river that flows freely, carving its own path with unwavering persistence, and a stagnant pond, confined and unchanging. The river's journey is defined by its continuous, directed flow, its habits. Jim Rohn's teachings compel us to be like that river, consciously directing our energy through purposeful habits. He taught that these habits aren't about restricting yourself, but about liberating yourself from the chaotic whims of inconsistency. They provide structure, clarity, and the compounding power necessary to turn aspirations into achievements. It's about understanding that every small decision you make, every action you take or avoid taking, contributes to the grand mosaic of your life. There are no insignificant moments, only choices that either build you up or subtly chip away at your potential. This video will peel back the layers of this profound philosophy, revealing the core habits that Jim Rohn championed as the indispensable building blocks for sustained success. We are going to explore how self-mastery, a relentless pursuit of knowledge, radical personal accountability, and the power of deliberate planning are not just concepts, but actionable daily disciplines that you can integrate into your life, starting today. Get ready to redefine your understanding of success and step into a future where luck becomes irrelevant, replaced by the certainty of intentional creation. Word count, 1,000 words. Get ready to redefine your understanding of success and step into a future where luck becomes irrelevant, replaced by the certainty of intentional creation. Jim Rohn, a master of personal development, taught that success isn't an accident. It's the direct, predictable outcome of consistently practicing the right habits. These aren't complex rituals, but fundamental principles that, when integrated into your daily life, form the bedrock of extraordinary achievement. Today, we are diving deep into these core habits, the pillars Rohn advocated for building a life of purpose, prosperity, and satisfaction. These actionable principles empower you to architect your own destiny, freeing you from the myth of chance and placing your future firmly in your hands. Let's uncover the secrets to a life built not on fleeting hope, but on solid, repeatable actions. The first, and most foundational, habit Rohn championed is self-discipline. Many equate discipline with punishment, but Rohn reframed it. Self-discipline isn't about denying pleasure. It's about the freedom of choosing to do what you need to do, irrespective of your emotions. It's the consistent application of effort towards a chosen goal. Think of waking up early for a crucial project, opting for a healthy meal, or sticking to your exercise regimen. These affirm your commitment to a larger vision. Self-discipline propels you towards daily objectives, which accumulate into monumental achievements. Without it, even brilliant ideas remain unfulfilled. Imagine wanting fitness but postponing workouts, or aspiring to master a skill without consistent practice. Lack of discipline leads to procrastination. When you cultivate self-discipline, making it a non-negotiable routine, you unlock an incredible capacity to achieve. Rohn called discipline the bridge between ambition and accomplishment. It's about honoring promises to yourself, fostering internal trust and competence to face larger challenges. It's about being reliably committed to your own growth. This commitment transforms potential into reality. Beyond self-discipline, Rohn profoundly emphasized continuous learning. In a rapidly transforming world, to cease learning is to fall behind. Rohn taught that learning extends beyond formal education. It's a lifelong quest, active engagement with the world. It demands cultivating curiosity, an open mind to new information, and dedication to expanding understanding. This means reading daily, even just 15 to 30 minutes. This habit broadens your worldview, deepens expertise, and stimulates innovative thought. It also involves listening to successful individuals, seeking mentors, and engaging in challenging conversations. Observing successes and failures, reflecting on experiences, and extracting lessons from every interaction fuels your development, guaranteeing you remain relevant, adaptable, and valuable. Rohn asked, "What if you read just one good book a week? That's 50 books a year. Think of the person you'd become." Your intellectual capital and growth directly correlate with your potential. Embracing curiosity equips you to navigate complexity, seize opportunities, and elevate your intrinsic value. It's about transforming your mind into fertile ground for ideas, adapting to unforeseen obstacles with agility. A cornerstone of Rohn's philosophy, critical for lasting success, is taking full responsibility for your life. Truly successful individuals refuse to blame circumstances, others, or fate. They understand they are the architects of their own life experiences. This isn't ignoring external factors. It's internalizing that your conscious response, actions, and decisions are entirely within your control. When confronted with setbacks, the responsible individual doesn't lament or make excuses. Their internal dialogue shifts to constructive questions. What can I learn from this mistake? What could I have done differently? This habit empowers you, transforming you from a passive victim into an active creator of your destiny. It bestows power to initiate profound change. By embracing complete ownership of your actions, decisions, and consequences, you reclaim your personal agency. This habit requires courage to confront uncomfortable truths about your role. Yet, this courage acts as a catalyst for profound growth and unyielding resilience. Rohn highlighted the freedom of "I am responsible." This signifies you possess the power to alter your trajectory, correct your course, and assimilate invaluable lessons. Blaming external forces renders you powerless. Taking personal responsibility activates your internal control, positioning you as the driver of your own progress. It entails abandoning victimhood and embracing mastery. Every choice, effort, and reaction contributes to your life's tapestry. This shift permits you to actively design the life you truly desire, transforming obstacles into stepping stones and failures into indispensable learning experiences. Finally, Rohn passionately advocated for setting clear, compelling goals and meticulously planning the steps required to achieve them. He famously used the analogy of a ship adrift without a compass. A life devoid of clear objectives lacks direction, purpose, and energy. Vague aspirations are insufficient. Ron urged us to use the SMART framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This practical tool translates desires into concrete targets across every life aspect: financial, health, relationships, career, personal growth. Once SMART goals are crafted, the next crucial step is a detailed, step-by-step plan. This entails breaking down colossal objectives into smaller, manageable tasks. For instance, writing a book requires daily word counts, dedicated writing blocks, and editing schedules. Regularly tracking progress is vital. This habit provides a constant compass, enabling you to maintain focus, measure development, and make necessary adjustments. It ensures you're productively moving towards your desired destination. This methodical approach transforms abstract dreams into tangible realities through consistent, deliberate action. It connects aspiration with manifestation. By outlining precisely where you desire to go and how you intend to arrive, you inject purpose and unwavering intent into every action. This strategic foresight grants the capacity to anticipate challenges, judiciously allocate resources, and celebrate small victories. Without a map, even the most formidable engine expends fuel without meaningful progress. Ron taught that goals are not just about what you acquire, they are about the transformation they instigate throughout their pursuit. They sharpen your focus, challenge your capabilities, and reveal your true potential. This habit is about intentionality, understanding that clarity of purpose is the first step towards its realization. It's about consciously designing your future with precision, not passively leaving it to chance. This systematic approach is your blueprint for constructing a life intentionally built, where every deliberate effort contributes to the grand vision you hold, turning cherished dreams into the solid architecture of a truly successful reality. It's about consciously designing your future with precision, not passively leaving it to chance. This systematic approach is your blueprint for constructing a life intentionally built. Every deliberate effort contributes to the grand vision you hold, turning cherished dreams into the solid architecture of a successful reality. What are these deliberate efforts? Jim Rohn, a titan of personal development, taught us they are powerful, everyday habits, accessible yet mastered by few. He fundamentally believed success isn't about luck. It's the inevitable accumulation of consistent, well-chosen actions. It's the daily grind, the quiet persistence, the choices made when no one is watching, that shape our destiny. We are talking about cultivating a mindset and a daily routine that consistently propels you forward, doing the right things, consistently, with clear purpose. The first habit, cornerstone of all success, is self-discipline. For many, this word suggests restrictions, but Jim Rohn saw it as the ultimate act of self-love and control. Discipline, he explained, means making yourself do what you should, when you should, regardless of how you feel. It's overriding immediate desires for comfort or procrastination with your long-term vision. It's choosing delayed gratification. This could mean waking early for important tasks, choosing healthy foods because you value your health, or committing to exercise knowing each session builds a stronger you. Without self-discipline, brilliant ideas remain just ideas, and ambitious goals stay dreams. It's the engine transforming intention into action, and action into tangible results. Each small act of discipline, managing finances, learning a new skill, builds momentum. These minor victories reinforce belief in your capabilities. Jim Rohn often said discipline weighs ounces, but regret weighs tons. This truth resonates deeply when reflecting on missed opportunities from inconsistent effort. It's about exercising your will, training your mind to prioritize, and building internal strength. This habit empowers you to master your schedule, impulses, and destiny. It's a conscious commitment to your potential and future. Moving beyond self-discipline, Jim Rohn emphatically stressed continuous learning. In a rapidly evolving world, stopping learning risks irrelevance. Jim Rohn often asked, "What if you read just one book a week?" Imagine the accumulated knowledge, perspective, and insight gained over a lifetime. Learning isn't just formal education, it's a holistic pursuit. It involves being an active observer, a curious listener, a thoughtful reflector, extracting lessons from every experience, triumphs and setbacks. This means dedicating 15 to 30 minutes daily to reading, educational podcasts, or insightful documentaries. It involves seeking mentors, soaking up their wisdom. It's about having an open mind, challenging assumptions, and embracing new ideas. Successful individuals constantly enrich their intellectual capital. They understand income reflects value, and increasing value means investing in knowledge and skills. This insatiable curiosity ensures adaptability, innovation, and constant improvement. It prevents stagnation and opening new pathways for problem-solving and opportunity recognition. The goal isn't just to accumulate facts, it's to develop wisdom, connect information, and apply what you learn for meaningful change. The more you learn, the more you earn, not just financially, but in personal fulfillment and impact. Jim Rohn taught formal education makes a living, but self-education makes a fortune in experience, wisdom, and capability. It's building a robust internal library, giving you an edge in decision-making. It's the commitment to always striving to become smarter than yesterday. Next is a habit Jim Rohn considered non-negotiable for true success: taking full responsibility for your life. This isn't about blame, it's about embracing your agency. Successful people, Jim Rohn observed, don't play the victim. They don't point fingers at the economy, upbringing, boss, or bad luck. They acknowledge they are the primary architects of their destiny. Faced with a setback, their response isn't to complain, but to ask, what did I do, or not do, that contributed? What can I learn? What changes can I make for a better result? This mindset shifts you from passenger to pilot. It empowers you by placing control squarely within you. If failures are always external, you feel powerless. But if you own your contribution, you gain power to adjust and improve. This habit demands courage, to look inward, acknowledge imperfections, and accept consequences. This courage liberates you, transforming mistakes into lessons, obstacles into stepping stones, and challenges into growth opportunities. Taking responsibility doesn't mean controlling every external event. Life throws curveballs. It does mean controlling your response, your attitude, effort, and direction. This profound shift transforms you from reacting to circumstances into actively creating them. Jim Rohn frequently said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." This encapsulates personal responsibility. Focus on improving yourself, rather than waiting for the world to conform. Understanding that while external factors exist, your internal response and actions ultimately determine your success and fulfillment. Embracing that you are the common denominator in your life, and its quality reflects your choices and habits, is foundational for genuine personal empowerment and sustainable achievement. Picking up right where we left off, understanding that you are the common denominator in your life isn't just a philosophical concept. It's the bedrock upon which genuine success is built. Jim Rohn taught us that this isn't about placing blame, but about reclaiming your power. It's about recognizing that while we can't always control the wind, we can absolutely adjust our sails. This profound realization, this acceptance of ultimate personal responsibility, is the very first, and perhaps most liberating, habit that separates those who merely hope for success from those who actively construct it. When Jim Rohn spoke of success not being an accident, he was pointing directly to this principle. He challenged us to look inward, to cease blaming circumstances, other people, or even fate, and instead to ask, what can I do differently? What can I learn? How can I improve? This is not an easy habit to cultivate, as it requires immense courage to face uncomfortable truths about our choices and their consequences. But it is precisely in this courageous introspection that true growth begins. Consider the person who constantly blames their financial situation on the economy, their lack of career progression on a demanding boss, or their stagnant personal development on a busy schedule. Jim Rohn would gently, yet firmly, challenge that narrative. He would ask us to see that by externalizing our challenges, we simultaneously externalize our power to overcome them. Taking responsibility means owning your reactions, your efforts, and your commitment, regardless of what obstacles life throws your way. It means understanding that the quality of your life is a direct reflection of the quality of your decisions and the habits you choose to uphold. This isn't about self-recrimination, it's about self-empowerment. It puts you firmly in the driver's seat, transforming you from a passenger in your own life to its architect. This habit alone, when deeply ingrained, fundamentally shifts your perspective from one of helplessness to one of proactive capability, setting the stage for all other successes. This fierce commitment to personal responsibility then naturally leads us to the next indispensable habit Jim Rohn championed: self-discipline. Many people mistakenly view discipline as a form of punishment or restriction, something harsh and unyielding. But Jim Rohn offered a far more empowering perspective. He saw self-discipline not as a limitation, but as the pathway to true freedom. It's the ability to make yourself do what you need to do, when you need to do it, whether you feel like it or not. This isn't about dramatic, monumental feats every day, but rather the consistent, deliberate practice of small, positive actions that compound over time. Think about the simple act of waking up at a consistent early hour to focus on your most important tasks before the world wakes up. Or consistently choosing nutritious food over convenient junk food, even when temptation looms. Or carving out 30 minutes each day for exercise, regardless of your busy schedule. Each of these is an act of self-discipline, a small victory that reinforces your commitment to your long-term goals. Without self-discipline, even the most ambitious goals remain mere aspirations, fading into the realm of what ifs and if onlys. Imagine someone who dreams of writing a book but continuously postpones their writing time, or an entrepreneur with a brilliant idea who lacks the discipline to follow through on marketing and sales. The gap between intention and execution is bridged by discipline. Jim Rohn famously said that we must all suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Choosing the pain of discipline, the discomfort of pushing yourself, of delayed gratification, of consistent effort, is ultimately far less burdensome than the lingering ache of regret over missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. It is this daily practice of making yourself do the things that are good for you, the things that move you closer to your objectives, that builds the muscle of success. Discipline isn't a single event. It's a lifestyle, a continuous investment in your future self. It's the foundation that supports all other habits, making consistency possible and progress inevitable. And it's this very discipline that creates the space and mental fortitude for the next critical habit, continuous learning. In a world that is constantly evolving, standing still is, in effect, moving backward. Jim Rohn understood this deeply, emphasizing that formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. He wasn't diminishing the value of formal schooling, but rather highlighting the immense, lifelong power of choosing to be a student of life itself. Continuous learning isn't just about obtaining degrees or enrolling in structured courses. It's about cultivating an insatiable curiosity, a hunger for knowledge, and a willingness to constantly expand your understanding of the world and your place within it. This habit manifests in countless ways, dedicating even 1,530 minutes each day to reading insightful books, listening to educational podcasts during your commute, actively seeking out mentors and learning from their experiences, or simply observing and reflecting on your daily interactions to extract valuable lessons. It's about having an open mind, being receptive to new ideas, and never believing that you've arrived at a point where there's nothing left to learn. Jim Rohn encouraged us to be like sponges, absorbing wisdom from every possible source, understanding that every piece of new knowledge or a fresh perspective adds another tool to our personal toolkit. This constant influx of information, insights, and ideas keeps our minds sharp, our thinking agile, and our problem-solving abilities robust. It equips us to adapt to change, to innovate, and to identify opportunities that others might miss. Those who stop learning soon find themselves outdated, irrelevant, and unable to navigate the complexities of modern life. By contrast, those who embrace continuous learning are always growing, always improving, and always increasing their value to themselves and the world around them. This habit transforms challenges into learning opportunities and keeps the path to success perpetually open and exciting. This habit transforms challenges into learning opportunities, keeping the path to success perpetually open and exciting. Daily learning isn't just about formal education. It's about cultivating relentless curiosity, a deep desire to understand, improve, and evolve. Jim Rohn himself mastered this, constantly reading, observing, and reflecting. He knew knowledge is dynamic, empowering you to navigate an ever-changing world with wisdom. Imagine dedicating just 15 to 30 minutes daily to a book or podcast. Over time, this small habit accumulates into a vast reservoir of knowledge, insight, and competitive advantage. You become a better professional, a more interesting and capable individual, continually upgrading your internal software. This insatiable hunger prevents stagnation, ensuring you're always moving forward, always ascending to higher levels of understanding and achievement. Next, an equally crucial habit underpinning lasting success, taking complete responsibility for your life. Jim Rohn believed successful people don't play the blame game. They don't point fingers at circumstances, others, or fate. They embrace the truth that they are the architects of their own destiny. This isn't always easy, demanding courage and self-honesty. When setbacks occur, our natural inclination is to externalize blame. But the responsible person asks, what part did I play in this outcome? What can I learn? What could I have done differently? This perspective shift is transformative. It moves you from a victim of circumstance to a powerful creator of your experience. You control your response to what happens, even if you can't control the event itself. This empowers you to course correct, adapt, and grow stronger through adversity. It means accepting your choices and actions contribute to your life's tapestry. Internalizing this habit unlocks incredible agency, making your future truly in your hands, not dependent on luck. It's about ownership and the profound freedom that comes with it. Finally, another cornerstone of Jim Rohn's philosophy: setting clear, compelling goals and developing specific, actionable plans. Imagine a ship without a map or compass, drifting aimlessly. Our lives are similar. Without defined objectives, we lack direction, motivation, and the energy for accomplishment. Jim Rohn encouraged smart goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This applies to every facet of life: finances, health, relationships, career, and personal growth. It's not enough to wish for success. Define it precisely. Once goals are set, craft a detailed plan. Break grand aspirations into smaller, manageable daily or weekly tasks. Like building a bridge, you plan each section. This methodical approach maintains focus, tracks progress, and allows adjustments. It provides a roadmap, transforming abstract dreams into concrete steps. This habit instills purpose, aligning daily efforts with your ultimate vision, building momentum toward the life you're meant to live. It's the conscious application of effort towards a predetermined outcome, replacing guesswork with strategic intent. So, as we conclude our discussion, let's reflect on these profound insights from Jim Rohn, a man who taught us the principles of an exceptional existence. We've explored the undeniable truth: success is never an accident. It's the culmination of deliberately cultivated habits. We delved into self-discipline, understanding it as the liberating ability to consistently do what needs doing, even when motivation wanes. It's the quiet strength building daily momentum. Then, we moved to continuous learning, recognizing that in a changing world, growth is essential. To learn, absorb, adapt, and evolve are hallmarks of those who remain relevant and expand capabilities. Following that, we uncovered taking full responsibility for our lives. This is where true personal power resides, moving us beyond blame into choice and ownership, allowing us to proactively shape our future. Finally, we discussed setting clear goals and developing specific plans, providing the roadmap that turns vague aspirations into tangible achievements, giving direction to every step. These 4 pillars: discipline, learning, responsibility, and goal setting, are not isolated. They are intricately interconnected, forming a powerful synergy that elevates every aspect of your life. Self-discipline enables consistent learning. Learning provides insights for effective responsibility. Responsibility fuels commitment to goals. And goals focus discipline and learning. When you integrate these habits, you fundamentally transform who you are, not just what you do. You shift from hoping for success to designing and building it. You become the active, deliberate author of your story. This transformation comes from consistent application of small, intentional efforts over time. The power lies in the internal commitment to align daily actions with your highest aspirations, not in waiting for external factors. Jim Rohn reminded us that what you become by working on your goals is more important than what you get. These habits are powerful tools for personal evolution. This makes a profound difference. Instead of waiting for luck, you create opportunities. Instead of feeling powerless, you're equipped with resilience and knowledge. Jim Rohn's timeless wisdom offers a blueprint for a life lived with purpose, impact, and deep satisfaction. It's a call to conscious living, to intentional growth, and to unwavering belief in your capacity for greatness. The journey won't always be easy. Obstacles and doubts will arise. But consistently returning to these fundamental habits, recommitting daily, fortifies your inner strength. Each challenge tests your resolve, offering a chance to deepen your practice. Discipline to push through, learning from setbacks, responsibility for missteps, and reevaluating goals all contribute to a stronger, more capable you. This is the essence of building, not just wishing. So, what does this mean for you, right now? Your future is not predetermined by fate, but by choices made today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The most powerful act is to begin. Choose one habit that resonates most deeply after watching this. Perhaps committing to 15 minutes of focused learning, taking ownership of a challenge, or setting one small, achievable goal for next week. The mere act of starting, of consciously choosing to implement one habit, is a monumental step. Your journey toward extraordinary success, crafted by intention, starts now. Embrace these habits as gifts of self-mastery, growth, empowerment, and direction. Your life will never be the same, for the incredible power of choice to act is entirely yours. If you found this exploration inspiring and insightful, please hit that like button. Share this video with someone who could benefit. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel. You'll join a vibrant community dedicated to personal growth and unlocking potential, ensuring you don't miss valuable content designed to help you build the life you truly desire. Thank you for watching, and remember, success isn't luck, it's built, one habit at a time. The power to build yours is entirely within your grasp, waiting for you to unleash it.